You are watching Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and for today's episode of Gaming Paraphilia for Area DMG, we are looking at the game Kamiko from Fly High Works and Circle Entertainment and Kankikuchi and Skipmore. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to the Fairune series, or Faerun. That's Fairune. They are games for the 3DS and for the phones, where they're kind of like Ys, where you bump into an enemy to take them out if they're less powerful than you, or if you can actually kill them. Also, they made they made this game called Witch and Hero and Witch and Hero 2, and those are pretty great too. That one's a weird little bullet hell enemy type, beat 'em up type deal. But Kamiko is interesting. It's for the Switch. It's really cheap too. It's like $5. What you get for that $5 is a game with 3 different playable characters, 4 different levels, 4 different bosses, and a timer essentially. Let's go to options. You've got background music, which you turn on or off. You turn it off if you're a monster. And the sound effects, which are fine. You can turn dash to be like BR, VR. You can change your dash buttons. I like having all of them be dash. You can change your language into English and other stuff. There's a sound test that I unlocked by beating the game. Actually, you beat the game once, you don't unlock the sound test. You have to beat it 3 times, once with each heroine, and you have to find like 4 hidden items in each game. That's right, in each playthrough. Here's the thing: you have to find the 4 hidden items. That's 1 per stage with each of the characters. There are 3 characters: Yamato, Izumi, and Hinomi. Let me hit my menu real quick and hit my records. The first time you beat it, it will record your time. You can actually turn off time display. It took me about an hour. You see, I first beat it with Yamato. Then I went through and beat it with Izumi, and then I beat it with Hinomi. You'll note that I improved my time all those ways. You don't really get anything for beating it in under an hour or whatnot. In fact, it's just more or less for bragging rights, because you can hit and capture this as a screenshot, and then post it to social media, and then challenge your friends to do the same. There are 4 hidden objects, 1 per level, and I found them with all 3 characters, and in all 4 levels. The art style is kind of interesting. It looks a little bit like Hyper Light Drifter, which people have noted. The movement is pretty good. You have your HP, your SP. When you defeat enemies, you can combo them and earn more SP from them when you beat them. You need the SP to unseal things like treasure chests, or to use your special moves. Here's a little bit about each of the different characters: Yamato, Izumi, and Hinomi. And let me show you a little bit. I'll show you first Hinomi. I'll show you where Hinomi is currently. This is an area that I can't show off Hinomi's special move. You'll just have to find that out for yourself. But she has a little shield that she throws that comes back to her. Like, you throw it there and then you can attack a different way. She attacks with the dagger and that shield. Let's go back to this. You can turn on and off that time display. And the quake effect is an interesting thing that I'll show you inside the game. That's a little bit of her stuff. She's both a distance and a short range character. Izumi is strictly a long range character. She's pretty useless at like short ranges, so you have to plan out how you get your enemies. I'm not going to tell you what her special is, because I can't use it yet in this area. And that's interesting. You need to plan, because like with Izumi and Hinomi, when you use your projectile weapon, you're stuck in place for a couple seconds, and if you're fighting a horde of enemies, you can easily get I guess mobbed by them, and that's not good. Your main character, the first one you should try out, is Yamato, who has a sword. Let's see, let's go ahead and hit new game. And I'll show you a little bit of this. Storyline, 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 storyline. I'm just gonna walk through the storyline, like pop, 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 pop through it. Because, like, seriously, I'd rather you read it and find out for yourself some of the story. Now, there are some translation issues, and those are kind of amusing, but it doesn't matter. Because the crux of the gameplay is the gameplay. Each of the little levels, each of the 4 levels, has a distinct and actually pretty wonderful look. The enemies are interesting versions of enemies from Faerun or Faerun 1 and 2, and when you hit them, yes. See that little effect where it shakes the entire screen? That's the quake effect. I'll turn that off real quick and do it simply. See? You can turn it off if you like, but seriously, I would just leave it on. It looks cool. Hitting and breaking these items here will unveil different gems and stuff, but I would actually suggest that you don't collect those, otherwise, because they don't respawn and they're the only way to heal yourself, you might want to leave those be until you need them. Most of the game involves you going through a level, finding 4 shrines and 1 hidden item to progress. You don't need the hidden item to progress, but you do need to find 4 shrines. You'll find interesting little puzzles in this game. Like, for example, you know how I hit that switch? Ooh, God, run away from those. There's a lot. Oh, by the way, you can hold down your button, and then you can do super moves like that. Okay. Well, I got that, and then this. What do I do? Maybe. Oh, there we go. See? There are things like that. There's Legend of Zelda style puzzles in this game. For example, in this one here, you have to unlock treasure chests and stuff like that. Oh, I've got this orb. I bet I take this orb. Okay, if these enemies hit me, I will drop this orb. I'll have to go back and get it. In fact, it goes right here, but let me show you. Oh no, I dropped it. I have to go all the way back over here. Oh, jeez. And get it again. Whoa. You have to be a little careful not to hit the enemies so I don't drop it again. There we go. There's 2 of them, so I'll have to go find the other one, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I made that thing so I'll be able to... There are traps and hazards. Oh, when you hold down the B button or certain other buttons, you'll dash. You can kind of dash everywhere and still effectively kill enemies. Although you could possibly expose yourself to damage. Anywho, these are the things that you're trying to find. See, I've unsealed this particular shrine, and it unseals that. I have to get 4 of those, and it saves every time you get one of those done, every time you unseal a shrine. You can save at those and save your progress, because like, let's say you were progressing in progress but you hadn't saved in a little while, you would lose all that progress if you got a game over. And considering how many enemies they throw on screen at once, yeah, you will get a game over at least once or twice in this game. Go through it. I think the first time I went through the bosses, which quickly... Basic idea of the bosses is you have to dodge their horrible pattern of bullet hell style attacks, and then you have to attack their weak point, which is like an orb. This first level, actually, they're pretty forgiving when you first start out. So they're like, oh hey, yeah, 2 of these particular shrines are really easy to get to. The other 2 require a little bit more finesse, and I'm not going to show you how to do that because I'd rather you discover that yourself. The game is pretty good. Like I said, it's like $5, which is, it's like the $5 box over at Taco Bell, except this will last longer and you'll feel better about yourself for doing it. Gee. Let's see, there's a little treasure chest here. This treasure chest, oh, I need to kill more stuff to get more stuff to unlock it. You get more SP depending on your combos. Yep, there we go. So, the good thing is the enemies do respawn fairly quickly, and that's good. Ooh, see, they respawn pretty quickly. So you can keep killing him and getting more of your stuff. Like for this here, oh gee, I have a key. What can I do with this key? I'm gonna have to find a door for it. Oh, you can't run when you're holding a key. You can push down E, the dash button's not gonna work. But you'll drop it if you hit like an attack button. So there are times where you're gonna have to drag something over and you'll be like, oh man, where do I put this? And you're gonna end up having to dodge tons of enemies to get the key or an orb or whatnot to the location where it needs to be. There's also areas that are hidden, like there's certain areas you can go through, like certain walls and items. And then there's timed areas where you hit a switch and you have to rush to a different location pretty quickly, so you use that dash quite a bit. But yeah, the enemies are from Favorite and Favorite 2, or Favorite 1 and 2, and the art style is fantastic. Like I said, I think people compared it to Hyper Light Drifter, and they're not wrong, because it's really pretty like that. For being a $5 game, nope. There you go. Yeah, for being a $5 game, it has a lot packed into it. Each of these levels will take a good player, like I said, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes to get through. Your first time, once you figured out where everything is, you can get through it and improve your time quite a bit. Like I said, it's possible to beat this game in under 15 minutes, but I don't think there's many people who are actually good enough to do that. And by the time that you've gotten good enough to do that, you very likely will have spent quite a good amount of time with this game already. Meaning you definitely get your $5 for it. Like, seriously. You get a lot for your money. Which I have to appreciate. Seriously, if you have a Nintendo Switch, chances are you have The Legend of Zelda, and you probably have Mario Kart 8, but you should also get Kamiko. If you're a fan of like Legend of Zelda or Ys or any of those old style RPGs, action RPGs, you owe it to yourself to get this game. Think of it as like you're foregoing a large 2-liter of soda to pretty much have an awesome experience. Oh, here's that second orb. Ah, gee, I killed everything in there, so now I've got to dance past these things. Oh, good, he missed. Whew. Yay. I opened that gate. That opens up the top section of this map. Maps are reasonably large. This is one of those games where, golly, if they added stuff to it or if they made a sequel, I would be there day one. I was there day one for this one because Favorite or Favorite 1 and 2 are fantastic. I definitely recommend those if you have a 3DS. I definitely recommend this. Oh, by the way, you can find like little health diamonds and little blue SP container things. They allow you to hold more SP or to have more hit points. Whoops. Yeah, but when you die, you will die, which will happen by the way. You will die. When you die, you start over again at the last shrine that you saved at. Any progress made from the last time you saved will be lost, and there will be a little star on the map designating where you died. You can't actually view a full map, which that would make it way too easy. So, yeah, you kind of have to think to yourself where things are. And save early, save often, that type of deal. Because, while there's like not a ton of enemies in these areas right now, there are areas where you'll get a lot of enemies, most of which take multiple hits. Oh, remember that you can combo these. And that can help you get stuff a lot sooner. Pretty much, I really like this game. I've beaten it 3 times, once with each character, and I almost like to beat it multiple times as I try to improve my particular time and level. Like figure out how to beat it quicker. Which is really it. This game is made for people who like RPGs and then for people who like speedrunning. Like, it's an awesome game to do quickly or whatever you want to call that. And it's worth it's definitely worth it. I mean, $5, it's nothing. It is literally nothing. That's what, 20 plays of that thing, that little badge arcade thing, or it's like let's see, that's 2 liters of Coca-Cola, or let's see what else. There's quite a few different things that $5 could buy. That's like what, a gallon and a half of gas, or 2 gallons of gas here in America. It's literally a negligible amount of money. It is worth it for the type of gameplay and fun that this game has. Fantastic art style, fantastic music, great concept, great execution. The bosses are really cool, but I'm not going to show you any of those bosses because I really think you should just, if you have a Nintendo Switch, rush out there and put down the $5. I did. I don't regret it. I would spend that $5 again. I liked it. This is a good game, and I had a lot of fun with this one. Love the art style. I pretty much love everything about this. The detail of these and the special moves. Also, wailing into enemies is a lot of fun. So yeah, see that? Fun. But yeah, I definitely suggest, if you have a Nintendo Switch, that you check out Kamiko. What do you think? Did you like this game? Or do you have this game? Have you played this game? What do you think of this game? Are you going to pick up this game? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, and then also make sure you hit that thumbs up, to like the video. Hit that share button to share the video with your friends or other people who own a Nintendo Switch to let them know. Spread the gospel of Kamiko, you know what I mean? And then hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And when you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that little bell so that you are part of our notification squad that gets told whenever there is a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out on Area DMG, you are now caught up.